Good evening, and thank you for tuning into Wildcast. I'm Michael Hernandez.
And I'm Janae Gonzalez. For those of you who have not already participated in early voting, there will be a polling station on campus at the First United Methodist Church's Arizona room. Students with valid identification can cast their ballots there tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. The church is located at 915 East 4th Street, across from the Tyndall parking garage.
Tomorrow night isn't just about the presidential election. Here are some of the most high-profile races in Arizona. Republican John McCain is running for re-election to his 6th term in the Senate. He faces Democratic Representative Ann Kirkpatrick and Green Party candidate Gary Swing. Kirkpatrick currently represents Arizona's 1st Congressional District. Congressional District 2 features a race between Republican Martha McSally and Democrat Matt Hines. McSally is a retired Air Force colonel and is seeking her 2nd term in the House. Hines is a Tucson doctor running for his 1st term. There are also 2 key measures on the Arizona ballot. Proposition 205 would legalize recreational marijuana for people 21 and older. Proposition 206 deals with raising the minimum wage to $12 an hour by 2020. The state's current minimum wage is $8.05 an hour. A full list of races is on the Arizona Secretary of State's website at azsos.gov.
The U of A's Mexican-American Studies program hosted a Dia de los Muertos festival last Wednesday. Wildcast reporter Holland Scattergood spoke to some of the people running the event about the altar a student made this year.
Wednesday, November 2nd, the U of A hosted its own Dia de los Muertos festival in the Cesar Chavez building. I had the chance to talk to the coordinator of the event, Dr. Rodriguez, about the celebration.
Well, it's basically how a culture observes death. You know, some people say honor or celebrate, and all cultures have a tradition. Some perhaps would consider it more sacred.
During the Dia de los Muertos event held at the U of A, students were able to attend sugar skull making workshops. They were also able to attend lectures hosted by elders and view altars created by other students.
So the students, this is the equivalent of their final. You know, I know we're kind of like in midterm time, but this is the equivalent of their final. So I said, you can give me a paper and I'll read it and grade you, or you can give something to the public.
While at the event, I was able to talk to elders and learn more about the holiday, its traditions, and even try other traditional foods.
The making of the altar in itself is to honor the lives of those who have passed. Yeah, so I think that's the most important idea that needs to be shared. That it's not a celebration of death. It's actually a celebration of life. We're celebrating our experiences that we were able to have with them. For example, and this is a great example. It's a very powerful one, but it is a good example. There are many people out there who have lost loved ones, and they live their lives thinking about how that loved one passed. And so my question is, how much love are you really sharing with that person, or with the memory of that person, with the idea of that person?
Reporting to you from the Cesar Chavez building for UATV, I'm Holland Scattergood.
Coming up next, find out how emergency medical services can help you when you are in danger on campus.
Plus, researchers at the U of A have found that athletes play better when they think about their death. We'll have their findings after the break.
That was a good so long. Are you first?
What are you guys doing?
Working?
Continue.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Toby Schmidt.
And I'm Michael Hernandez.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Sarina Navarrete.
And I'm Danielle Karp.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Max Alfred.
And I'm Jackie Kent. Welcome to Wildcast.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcast.
Don't change the channel. You're watching UA TV. Yay, Caps!
Researchers at the U of A are coming out with a study that suggests athletes who think about their own mortality perform better during games. Now, about 30 college-aged men played a pair of games of one-on-one basketball. In between games, some players were asked to fill out questionnaires related to their deaths. Those who answered the question saw their performance improve by 40% compared to those who didn't answer. The results will be published in the upcoming issue of the Journal of Sport and Exercise Psychology.
The U of A's Arizona Repertory Theater is performing their own version of the Broadway play and Academy Award-winning film Born Yesterday. Performances will be held at the Maroney Theater starting this Wednesday and last until December 4th. Ticket prices are $19 for students, $26 for seniors, military, and UA employees, and regular tickets are $28. Performance dates and times can be found at uanews.arizona.edu.
Call 911 on campus and you'll get help from University Emergency Medical Services. Wildcast reporter Carson Courier tagged along with first responders to learn what happens when someone's in trouble.
On call 24/7. University EMS are always here to help. University EMS are UA students who are first respondents to all 911 calls made on campus.
So we respond to all 911 calls on campus. So if you call 911, we're going to be probably the first people there since we're so close. And we deal with whatever emergency may be happening, whether it's, a car accident, whether it's someone who fell off their bike, whether it's someone who's just sick and needs some help.
Students of all ages are welcome at EMS.
So I started working for University EMS as a first semester freshman, and I started as a probationary member. So everyone that gets hired with University EMS does a probationary period, and then they move on to their blue shirt, which is when they're working on their own.
With a variety of different majors and future plans, University EMS students just want to help.
There's a huge variety. I know some people are in business. Me personally, I'm in psychology and biology, but other people are engineers, and there's just a whole variety. I applied because I thought it'd be a good experience. I need to get out of my comfort zone to experience more things in the world. I don't know if I would still be a emergency provider in the future because I'm planning to go into medical school. I don't know what field it's going to be, but I feel a lot of people are just want to be here to help.
Located next to PSU, University EMS is just a phone call away. Reporting from University EMS for UATV, I'm Carson Courier.
That was actually pretty neat to see at least some of the faces behind our first responders on campus.
Right. I think that's really interesting that we even have students that respond to those emergency calls. I had no idea about that, actually.
That's great. I'm sure it would be a great experience for those who are interested in pharmacy and medical school.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Arizona basketball has lost a few key players, but it hasn't stopped them from winning.
We'll have all the highlights from their exhibition game after the break.
both doing?
Working.
Continue.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Toby Schmidt.
And I'm Michael Hernandez.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Sarina Nafarrate.
And I'm Danielle Carp.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Max.
And I'm Jackie Kent. Welcome to Wildcast.
Welcome.
Welcome and welcome.
And welcome to another edition of Wildcast.
Don't change the channel. You're watching UATV. Yay, Caps!
Hey Wildcats, and welcome to Wildcast Sports. I'm Danielle Fork, here to talk some sports. Everybody has a favorite sport. Mine happens to be basketball, and I'm so excited that Wildcats hoop season is here. They played an exhibition game in McHale on Sunday against Chico State. Sports reporter Faribault Jallet has the details.
In UA's second exhibition game against Chico State, the Wildcats were off to a slow start, losing 37-40 going into halftime. Due to some injuries occurring among the team, some redshirts and walk-ons are going to have to step up and possibly play to help the team out.
Everyone has a bigger role now. Everyone has to step up, and even the walk-ons will have a chance to get in the game for a couple minutes just to get guys blows, and we're gonna have to compete, go hard every minute we're out there on the court.
With it only being his second game in the U.S., Laurie Markkanen was the leading scorer of this game with 21 points.
I'm just trying to help the teams up. So I think they're expecting me to be aggressive and go to the rim, but as well as shoot the ball too.
U of A's men's basketball defeated Chico State today, 78-70. Here's what Sean Miller had to say about tonight's performance in the upcoming game against Michigan State.
Night is the type of experience that you learn a lot about yourself, and you can practice, you can show film, you can have meetings, but not until you play against another team and sit on the same bench do you get a sense that a lot of the things that we're trying to do every day in practice, we're doing those things to prepare you as an individual player to be successful in the game. A few things happen in the first half where, a guy like Kadeem, you can't try to steal the ball 40 feet from the basket. Parker, I think, fouled his guy on an underneath out of bounds play. Those are things that they would have done a year or two ago. On this year's team, they can't do that.
You can catch the Wildcats at their next game this Friday against Michigan State. For UATV, Channel 3 Sports, I'm Faribault Jalad.
Wildcat football just can't seem to catch a break. They traveled to Washington State on Saturday, suffering a rough 69-7 loss. Cam Denson had the only touchdown for the Cats, a 47-yard catch from Anu Solomon. They host Colorado this weekend. Arizona volleyball had a week to remember as they beat USC on Wednesday, then swept UCLA on Friday for head coach Dave Rubio's 25th anniversary celebration. Sports reporter Simone McCarthy has the game recap from the game against USC.
For the fifth time in 5 weeks, Arizona volleyball took down a top-ranked opponent, beating 25th-ranked USC in 5 sets at McHale Wednesday night. The Wildcats overcame a slow start, but took USC to 5 sets, giving them the victory. Here's what Coach Rubio had to say.
But both teams didn't look very sharp, especially in the beginning. It wasn't great volleyball, and we were fortunate that we had a little bit of reserve there in the middle and the end of that match.
Arizona's victory over the Trojans secured a season sweep over USC for the first time since 2001. And the same thing happened Friday night against UCLA, but in just 3 matches. Here's what Kalia had to say about the team's performance.
Can succeed is that if people come in 100%, do their job, take care of their responsibilities, and everyone just work together as a team. Wasn't exactly the way we wanted it, but we definitely came through with the win, and that's the most important part.
It was a historical weekend as the team honored Coach Rubio's 25th anniversary in front of a season high of 2,430 fans at McHale Friday night. And for the first time in school history, Arizona is now 4-0 against both UCLA and USC. Reporting to you for UATV, this is sports reporter Simone McCarthy.
Women's soccer traveled up north Friday to take on our rivals. Freshman Samantha Velasco scored a goal off a corner kick from Callie Chrysler, leading Arizona to a 1-0 victory over the Sun Devils. That's all we have for sports today. Don't forget, men's basketball is headed to Honolulu, Hawaii this Friday to play Michigan State in the Armed Forces Classic. You can catch the game on ESPN at 5. Then, Saturday, head out to Arizona Stadium and support Wildcat football against Colorado. Bear down and don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
What are you guys doing?
Working?
Continue.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Toby Schmidt.
And I'm Michael Hernandez.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Sarina Nafarrate.
And I'm Danielle Carpenter.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Max.
And I'm Jackie Kent. Welcome to Wildcast.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcast.
Don't change the channel. You're watching UATV. Yay, Cats!
Tomorrow is the presidential election, something many people say they're glad will be over. A recent poll conducted by the Zogby Survey on U.S. politics says this year's presidential campaign looks to be one of the most uncivil in recent American history.
This week, we'd like to hear how civil you would rate the 2016 election. Let us know on our Twitter page at UATV3 and make sure to give us a like on Facebook as well. Thank you for tuning in tonight, Wildcats. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night.